Hello Vince, we've got the transmission out of your 97 GMC and we've got it apart for the inspection. This is what it looks like when it's all apart. I'll go over some things with you that we found inside, and Eric or Amanda will contact you with the different cost estimates. You'll remember that the pan had been off. Someone had changed the fluid and filter within the last couple of weeks, so the pan doesn't have a lot of material. We do have a little bit of material on top of the magnet, so there is just a little bit there. That should obviously be quite clean if it was just done. And when we look at one of the filters in the valve body, so that screen should look like this other white one. So you can see how it looks white. This one here is puckered a little bit, and that's the material that's inside there is causing the oil to be restricted going through it, and so it sucks itself in. Some of that material is going to be likely from this forward clutch, and if we look at this clutch plate, you can see that there's areas where pieces of the clutch are missing. So this piece here is just flaking off. So the clutch itself is delaminating, or just the material is flaking off. Should look more like this one, where it's a smooth surface all the way around. And again, if you put the two together, you can see how there's pieces that are missing from it. So that material would have gone into the pan and through those filters, of course. So this clutch, it's not that it was slipping, but the material was flaking off. Reverse input clutch, you can see the color of this disc here. You can see a little black line going along here just on the inside edge of the friction surface, and there's another one, you see the black line. So that's a little bit of slippage, and the steel plate, these are little hot spots from that, so just a little bit of slippage there. The low reverse clutch, it has not been slipping. The friction material looks okay. We don't see any slippage on this clutch. If we're doing a recondition, we're going to change all of the friction. So anything that has a friction, including the torque converter, has a clutch inside of it, would get changed. The 3/4 clutch, slight discoloration. This is a dark lining, so it's hard to tell, and the camera probably is not going to pick it up, but slight discoloration there, just a little bit of slippage on that. This is the overrun clutch. It looks okay. It's a dark green lining as well, but the steel plates look okay. No slippage on that. This is the band that comes on for second and forward. A little bit, again, the camera's hard to pick up, but where my finger is here, there's a little black line there, so just a little bit of glazing. This sprag assembly, there's a wear mark on the sprag. It's a one-way clutch, so it allows a piece to turn one way and not the other, but the wear mark is quite near the end of the element, and so we'd be afraid that that's going to flip over, so the sprag itself should be replaced. The sun shell, the camera may not pick it up, but these teeth right here and the splines on this sun gear, they go together here. But what's happened is the splines here are very worn out, and like I say, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but I would say that it's about 75% worn. This style of sun shell also has a risk of this piece becoming detached. So there's an updated sun shell that the spline area is hardened, and they've added radius here so that we don't have a detached piece from there. That you would end up losing second, fourth, and reverse, which is quite common on that. So again, that sun shell has got to be replaced either way. The valve body. So here's our valve body. This valve train right here is our TCC, so torque converter clutch lineup, and the little valve at the end, this valve is sitting here cycling like that, and that valve is worn out the bore, so we can actually wiggle the valve back and forth. Normally we're going to clean off this valve body, and then we'll do vacuum circuit checks. So we'll actually put a vacuum pump and measure how much of wear that we have in that valve train. So it does look very worn, so we'll know more once we do the vacuum check, but we're going to have to bore that out and put the updated kit in there. And then the rest of the stuff for lockup, this is our TCC PWM solenoid, so that we still have to test, but as far as a lockup problem, that's a possibility as well. And And this is our TCC enable solenoid. So this solenoid we've got to test as well. We put these on the dyno, and then we'll use air to apply them, and then we'll measure the amperage that it takes for that to happen. So that's your lockup stuff. And there's some valve body stuff that we do as well on a recondition, but that basically is what we found inside. Your pump, it looks okay. We still have to measure it, but it looks like it's fine, so we don't see any reason for no lockup or a problem with lockup there. Sometimes you'll have problems with the bushings and stuff, so we still have to check that, but the planetaries and things, they look okay as well. Like that's the rear planet there, and this is another one-way clutch. This is a roller style one-way clutch, and it looks okay. So that's basically what we found inside. As I said, Eric or Amanda will contact you with the cost estimates. Thanks.